Good morning to my YouTube family. Although it's very small, I kind of like to see that grow a little bit. Please tell other people about me, like and subscribe. Leave a few comments. That's going to help me out a little bit. I really would appreciate that. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is choice. It's kind of an interesting concept. We do have the choice to do good or bad, or we have the choice to make right or wrong decisions. And we also have a choice to determine whether or not we get that dopamine release. So I'm going to give you 4 or 5 examples here today. First one, alcohol. When you start drinking the alcohol, when you get that buzz going, you have somewhere around 400 and 450 units of dopamine per decimeter, whatever it is, in your system, and it's making you feel really good. Okay, I get that. But there are some people who don't like alcohol. And when they drink alcohol, they go like, I don't like this. And same thing's true with methamphetamine. Methamphetamine releases like 3 times as much as alcohol does into your system, but not everybody likes the high. Okay, we get to choose what we like. So let's look at this a little bit more. When I was in the Army, there were people who had their jump wings. They loved jumping out of perfectly good airplanes. And they got an adrenaline rush. I mean, definitely an adrenaline rush. And if they really loved it, they got the dopamine release. But if they didn't love it, if they had to do it because their job required it, they thought they were going to love it, and then, oh my God, they're terrified, they don't like it for whatever reason, they're not going to experience that dopamine release. They're going to experience a cortisol release, which is a stress hormone, which can make you fat. And stress hormones are just not, that stress hormone cortisol is just not very good. So that's the first example. Bungee jumping. I know 99.9% of everyone who goes bungee jumping does it safely. They land and everything's fine and they enjoy it. They try to recruit everybody else in the world to doing it. But Bob here, no way. That bungee jumping does not look like fun to me any at all. That less than 1% that plummet to their death, and they realize the bungee line has broken. They see the rocks coming at them, and they know they're going to die. Yeah, that's not for me. Okay, so if I was forced into a bungee jump, I would get the adrenaline, but I wouldn't get the dopamine, because I get the cortisol. Okay. Release, which, you know, is again not much fun. Let's say that you find this girl, you absolutely love her, and you invite her over for dinner, and you go out and get a couple of ribeye steaks. When you eat ribeye steaks, oh my God, for me that releases about 95 units of dopamine into our system. Anything that you really enjoy eating, whether it's good for you or bad for you, will release about 95 units of dopamine. That's why they call comfort food. So anyway, so now you have this beautiful dinner set up. You have the candlelight dinner. You have the music playing. Ding dong, she's there. You open the door. She comes in, and what she's never bothered to tell you is she's a vegan. Yep, she's a vegan. She doesn't like meat. She thinks eating animals is inhumane, and she sees that you have killed her a cow to impress her. So she sits down, she's really into you. She cuts into it and it starts bleeding because it's kind of rare, and she goes, oh my God, it's still alive, I think I heard it. Okay, yes, irrational thinking. Most vegans, nope, not going to say most vegans have that, not going to say that. I personally know a vegan who's my boss, and I respect the hell out of her. Okay, so there we go. I have just covered my bases, I hope. So anyway, she puts it in her mouth because she really likes you. She's thinking, okay, this is going to be a good laugh later, and she throws up. Now you got the 95 units of dopamine. Your knife and fork are creating sparks at the table because you're going after that meat so much. But she's throwing up. Did she get the 95 units of dopamine? No, she did not. So there are 3 examples where you can choose whether or not you want. I mean, it's based upon your belief system. Now, The power of belief is incredibly important, and only you can determine what you like and what you don't like. Let me give you one more. Arnold Schwarzenegger went to the gym. He loved the pump. He loved the pain. He said it was better than an orgasm. Obviously, that was young in his young life, and he hadn't had too much toxic sex yet. But anyway, reality is he chose to love that pain. And when he experienced that pain in his chest, pain in his arms, pain in his back, pain in his thighs, any muscle in his body, he chose to love it, and he got a dopamine release out of it, so he continued to do it. Hush up, girl. I got Mel here, and Mel sees a little child in the park, and she growled at the kid, and that's not cool. Be quiet. Hey, knock that off. Making a YouTube video. I don't know if I'm going to edit that out or not. She's so cute. Anyway, guys, we get to choose what we like. We get to choose what we don't like. So how do you choose not to like something that you absolutely love? Whether it's meth, whether it's marijuana, whether it's alcohol, whatever it is. Well, you need to take a hard look at what it has done to you. If it has put you in prison or jail, it's robbed you of your freedom. If it's broken up relationships, that's bad news. That's bad juju, right? If it has, cost you financially for whatever reason, you get a DUI. They're not cheap here in Oklahoma. Come on, folks. But we always make excuses. We always make excuses. If you're an alcoholic, when you get a DUI, if you're sitting in the back of a cop car and you think, okay, how can I get to the liquor store? Oh, I know. When they're on shift change, they'll all be at the station. I just got to figure out when shift change is. Well, I got news for you. You're an alcoholic. If, however, you get that DUI and you're sitting in the back of a cop car and you say, I am never, ever going to drink and drive again, chances are you're not an alcoholic. If your choice, though, is to drink and surrender your driver's license for the rest of your life and never drive again, then maybe you are an alcoholic. Okay? We get to choose what we find pleasure in. We really do. What do you find pleasure in? Have a good day. Take care.